So I wanted to make a video touching on the subject of loneliness because I feel like it's a really big topic that kind of permeates our culture, and not a lot of people really talk about it. People kind of keep it secret, and I think it's something that should be discussed. Not to mention the way we handle loneliness seems a little bit backwards, and I think there's a better approach to working with loneliness, learning how loneliness shows up for you, and actually how to cure and heal your loneliness. And so, in this video, I'm going to share 5 simple tips to help you cure your loneliness starting today. Hi, everybody. For those who don't know me, my name is Jesse Prejean, and I guide highly sensitive souls on their awakening journeys while empowering them to live more authentic and purposeful lives. So, one of the first things that you can actually start doing now to work with loneliness is when the feeling comes up, start to validate that experience of loneliness for yourself. Instead of distracting, instead of numbing, instead of, hey, I feel lonely, so I need to seek something outside of myself to fix or change this feeling, I would encourage you to sit with your loneliness, to acknowledge your loneliness, and maybe listen to what it has to say. The second thing you can start doing now to work with loneliness is to start building a relationship with yourself. When you feel lonely or you feel alone, instead of following that impulse to find someone else to fill that void of loneliness or that sense of disconnect, start looking inward, start meditating, start journaling, start finding ways to really enjoy and create meaning out of your presence. The third thing you can start doing to heal your loneliness today is become aware of the stories, the thoughts, the beliefs you have about being lonely. When the feeling comes up, generally it'll set off a series of thoughts such as, no one understands me, I'm not worthy of good friendships, I'm not a likable person. Instead of trying to attack those beliefs at first, try to show yourself some gentle compassion and become aware that these thoughts and these beliefs are showing up. Instead of trying to change them in the moment, just acknowledge that this is how you feel, that these are the thoughts that play when loneliness comes up, and then begin to explore perhaps where these stories began. The next thing that you can do to start resolving loneliness is to find people who really offer a safe, authentic, gentle space for connection where you can start to learn to be vulnerable and be present with others. A lot of us come from homes or experiences where we didn't have safe connection, so that's not something we got to practice. And instead of feeling like you have to fit in or you have to have so many number of friends, find maybe 1 or 2 people that you really have a deep bond with, that you can feel comfortable, safe being your authentic self, and start forming positive, healthy connections with these people first. The last thing I recommend to really start healing loneliness is to create some kind of meaning out of solitude. Recognize that being alone doesn't have to mean being lonely. It's finding joy in our own presence. It's finding meaning and purpose in being with ourselves and loving ourselves. Finding things that we really enjoy doing as a solo venture and start making those a regular part of your life. Soon enough, you'll recognize, hey, I really enjoy my own company. And maybe it helps you kind of back off from feeding into relationships that don't really serve you, that aren't really in alignment with your authentic self. The truth is, for me, I've been through this for a good portion of my life. I grew up in a home that wasn't very authentic or related in authentic ways. There was a lot of missing emotional connection and depth, and so I grew up thinking that was normal. But in reality, there was just that part that wasn't nurtured or reinforced in me, and it showed up as feeling like no one understood me. It made me feel alone and disconnected from people. And when I realized that there are ways that I can shift out of loneliness and heal through my loneliness and find more meaning and purpose in, being myself, being with myself and loving myself. It's really shifted that dynamic in some profound ways. It's shifted how I show up in the world. It's shifted how I show up in my relationships. And I'm here to say that there are ways through it. It's not about trying to avoid or go around it, but really moving through loneliness. This is where we discover the gift within ourselves of feeling through the pain, the struggle of loneliness, and giving ourselves grace, compassion, love, and nurturing through that process. So, if you're someone who is really in that place right now where you feel, maybe overwhelmed by loneliness, you feel like it's a pattern that you'll never get out of, and that you're perpetually different, people will never understand you, and you're not likable, I'm here to say that that is not true, and you can shift out of loneliness and find more empowerment in solitude. I'm a testament to that story and that experience, and I work with a lot of my clients on this exact topic. So just want to put it out there. If you're feeling it really heavy today, let yourself feel it. Let yourself be with it. Acknowledge it. Embrace it. I know it's tough, but the more you accept it, the more you allow it to integrate into yourself. You allow it to move through you and shift eventually. We may not have a timeline of when that will happen, but I can guarantee it will change. So if you like this type of content and you'd like to explore more about self development, spirituality, and being a highly sensitive person, subscribe to my channel. Please comment below. Let me know where you're at. I'd love to kind of have a conversation with you. And stay tuned for more videos. I appreciate you being part of my channel. Have a great day.